Very good afternoon, all of you. Honorable Dr. Arimalan Padmanabhanji, Professor Ramesh Gaurji, uh, Gopal Jayaramanji, all distinguished participants. I welcome you on the webinar organized by Regional Center IGNCA at Puducherry, that is on Mahakavi Bharati and Miraculous Seven. We all know that the contribution of Mahakavi Bharati in Indian literature and not only Indian literature, in the entire world literature is huge and mammoth. He was a towering personality who influenced almost every aspect of life. Uh, it is very uh, it is very important to consider his contribution on the entire world literature, because he knew 14 languages, 14 languages, which was a great thing. And he also covered all aspects of Indian art, culture, sociology, and other things. He was a true patriot, and his dedication towards the motherland of India has been an inspiration to the millions and millions of the people. And when he talks about the miraculous seven, it is indeed the seven notes of our swaras, the seven notes of our music. And those seven notes are important because they create a melody, they create a harmony. The entire world of music is just confined to these seven notes. Although some musicians may say there are 12 notes, then Vadi and Samadhi, Komal and Tivra Swaras are there. But then if we also go a little finer, there are Shrutis also, and I am told that 24 Shrutis are there. So we are not going into that detail, but we know that these seven notes are the basic prominent notes, and the importance of seven is very miraculous, is very miraculous. And then when we think of seven notes, we must also think of seven colors which are available in a spectrum. So a spectrum, in fact, the light, when you diffuse the light, it breaks into seven colors, and that is how the spectrum is created. So the seven notes of life, spectrum adds seven colors to the life. And then if we think of our own body, there are seven chakras of the bodies. Like we start from the basic chakra, which is the Mooladhara chakra. Then we go to when we go to the Swadhisthana chakra, then we go to the Manipur chakra, then we go to the Anahat chakra, then we go to the Vishuddha chakra, then we go to the Jnana or Agya chakra, and then Sahasrara. These are all seven chakras of body. So each chakra has its own vibration, and that also represents some kind of a node, some kind of a harmony within the body, that also transforms into the total harmony of the nature. So that is the beauty. So when I see I am a part of the nature, and the nature is part of me, that means I belong to the nature, but the entire nature is also confined into my body. That is the beauty of the philosophy, beauty of the thought. I am sure that our eminent expert Arindam Padmanabhanji, who is an international authority on this subject, and his lecture demonstration would definitely be of immense importance for all of us. And we know, when we know, we are today, we are when we discuss about Mahakavi Subramanyam Bharati, who can forget his poem, which is freedom. I got an English translation of freedom. I would like to recite: when will this thirst for freedom slake? When will our love for slavery die? When will our mothers' fetters break? When will our tribulations cease? When wasn't there another Bharat, reared by our noble Aryan race, lead us Aryan to victory? It's right. Is it right that we remain slaves? Are feminine and disease alone our share? For whom then are the laurels and fruits? Will you abandon us, your suppliants? Can the mother cast her child aside? Brave warrior, Aryan Lord, thou destroyer of the Demon race, where is your dharma? Isn't it your duty to revive us and to chase fear away? So today we are free, but we are all surrounded by some another fear. So in today's age of pandemic, when everybody is scared of so many things, I think these lines of Mahakavi Subramanyam Bharati are really the words of inspiration for all of us, and we can definitely rise to the occasion, and we can definitely live up to the expectations that our nation is looking up to. And is another poem which is on the republic, which says, long live the republic of Bharat, victory to the republic of Bharat. So these the last lines, we all are of the same caste and race, we are children of Bharat all, we are equal in law and stature, and everyone is Bharat's king. So when Mahakavi Subramanyam Bharati says everyone is Bharat's king, just look at these lines, the inspirational lines with the Mahakavi has told. Today we are really blessed to have Padmanabhamji, and I know that his scholarly discourse would definitely enlighten all of us. I am also looking forward to listen to his scholarly discourse. I welcome Padmanabhamji on behalf of the entire IGNCA family, and I also welcome all the participants who have joined this important webinar. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. Really, such a wonderful information, and thank you once again for your inaugural address, sir. Now, I request Professor Dr. Gaur Rameshji to introduce presenter and to moderate this program. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal Jayaraman, Regional Director for our center in Pondicherry. First, let me congratulate you. This is your first webinar, and you are making a new entry into this digital domain from physical, thanks to pandemic that we all are moving in that direction. So, congratulate you and give you the best wishes to a further journey. And thanks, sir, for your wonderful inaugural address. I think I really amazed. Every day we have one or other seminar, webinar, or lectures, and I always see you speaking so good on the topic, on the subject. So I become your fan. That the way you have set the tone on the subject, the way you recited the poems and given the background of the talk, I think hats off to you, because it really set the momentum and encourage us to perform better and better and learn from you that how to really uh, prepare the background for any webinar or any talk. So thank you, sir, for your wonderful inaugural address. We are always honored to have you with us. So uh, I would like to extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Arimalam Padmanabhan. I'm moderating this session because Dr. Gopal wants it. Frankly speaking, I don't have any subject background. I'm not the person from poetry or music. These are the two very, very unknown areas of my expertise. But when Dr. Gopal wants me to moderate this session, and I saw the profile of Dr. Arimalam, I was really curious to uh, moderate this session and want to know more about that subject. So let me uh, welcome you all after my Dr. Gopal and member secretary. I extend very hearty welcome to Dr. Arimalam Padmanabhanji, and thank you for accepting our invitation to be with all of us. I also welcome all the participants who have joined this important lecture. So this lecture come demonstration on Mahakavi Bharati on Miraculous 7 is very important in many point of view, because a person like Chinnaswamy Subramaniam Bharati, popularly known as Mahakavi Bharati, is considered father of poetry and music in Tamil poetry and music, and he is a multifaceted personality, a poet, a writer, a polyglot, a journalist, cartoonist, music composer, freedom fighter, social reformer, and a philosopher. So I think he has been given rightly a title of Mahakavi. Uh, I'm not going to talk more about that subject because we have expert to speak on that. So let me just introduce our today's speaker, Dr. Arimalam Padmanabhan, a musicologist and a great academician. He has been in both field as well as in academics. He was former fellow Central Institute of Classical Tamil, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, having 37 years of professional experience as a researcher, musicologist, folklorist, writer, and orator. He is recipient of various honors and awards. He has written books and articles, and also he has contributed to Encyclopedia of Indian Literature published by Sahitya Academy. He has been associated with All India Radio and as a vocalist for 40 years and a audition artist. He has contributed significantly as a resource person, as a guest lecturer, as a faculty in various programs organized by various universities, colleges, and other organizations on music, Tamil, and Natak Tamil. He's having long experience of working in both field as well as in the academic community. Uh, he's the right person to speak on a personality like Mahakavi Bharti, and we are honored to have you, Dr. Padmanabhan. And now over to you, and we love to listen you. Please start your lecture. Please unmute yourself. Unmute your mic. Dr. Padmanabhan, please unmute your mic. There is a switch there. You push on unmute. On computer screen, there is a speaker. You push on that, and you will be unmuted. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, please start.
வணக்கம், நமஸ்காரம், good evening everyone. Respectful dear Professor Sachidanand Joshi ji, Member Secretary of IGMCA, dear Professor Ramesh Daud ji, Dean and Head, dear Dr. Gopal Jayaraman, Regional Director, IGMCA Puducherry, dear friends and viewers, I welcome you all to this program. While thanking for this opportunity given to me, first of all, I would like to appreciate all the executives and trustees of Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts for initiating a lot of events such as webinar, lectures, Facebook live series, online seminars, etc. related to traditional art forms such as music, dance, theatre, and other fine arts during this lockdown period. I strongly believe that the efforts initiated by IGMCA will certainly help the viewers to get relief from the pain or the suffering what we are witnessing now and refresh them from this pandemic COVID-19. We all know that music is the best healer for both inward and outward stress that disturb people. So today, my presentation is Mahakavi Bharati on Miraculous 7. The introduction part of my speech or the lectum is already very well presented by the Honorable Member Secretary in the beginning. So it was continued a little by Mr. Dr. Ramesh ji also. So I want to go to my lectum, briefing the life sketch of the Mahakavi and then to the miraculous music. Before entering to my title, I would like to start a song of Bharati. நளிர் மணி நீரும் நயம் படுகனிகளும் நளிர் மணி நீரும் நயம் படுகனிகளும் குளிர்போன் தென்றலும் கொழும் பொழில் பசுமையும் வாய்ந்து நன்கிலகுவை வாழிய அன்னை நளிர் மணி நீரும் நயம் படுகனிகளும் குளிர்பூம் தென்றலும் கொழும் பொழிற் பசுமையும் வாய்ந்து நன்கிலகுவை வாழிய அன்னை வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் செந்நிலவதனில் சிலித்திடும் இரவும் தண்ணியல் விரிமலர் தாங்கிய தருக்களும் தென்னிலவதனில் சிலித்திடும் இரவும் தண்ணியல் விரிமலர் தாங்கிய தருக்களும் புன்னகை பொழியும் தேமொழி பொலிவும் வாய்ந்தனை இன்பமும் வரங்களும் நல்குவை வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் அறிவு நீ தர்மம் நீ உள்ளம் நீ அதனிடை மர்மம் நீ உடற்கண் வாழ்ந்திடும் உயிர் நீ தோழிடை அன்பு நீ நெஞ்சகத்து அன்பு நீ ஆலயம் தோறும் அணிபெற விளங்கும் தெய்வச் சிலையலாம் தேவி இங்கு உனதே ஆலயம் தோறும் அணிபெற விளங்கும் தெய்வச் சிலையலாம் தேவி இங்கு உனதே வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம். Dear friends, this is Bharati's Tamil translation of the celebrating national song Vande Mataram of Sri Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyaya. Chinnaswamy Subramania Bharati, popularly known as Mahakavi Bharatiyar, was born on 11th December 1882 to Chinnaswamy Iyer and Lakshmi Ammal in Ettayapuram, a small village of South Tamil Nadu. Subbaya, as he was named, went to the MDT Hindu College in Tirunelveli. From a very young age, he was musically and poetically inclined. Bharati lost his mother at the age of 5 and was brought up by his father, who wanted him to learn English, excel in arithmetic, and become an engineer. Around the age of 11, he was conferred the title of Bharati, the one blessed by Saraswati, the goddess of learning. From this age of 11, his career as a poet starts actually. When he was 15 years old, he married Chellamma as advised by his father. Chellamma was only 7 years old then. After the sudden demise of his father in 1898, Bharati went to Varanasi that's Benares, to stay with his uncle. During his stay in Varanasi, he passed the entrance examinations of the Allahabad University in the process of mastering Sanskrit, Hindi, and English in an incredibly short time. The romantic Bharati loved to row across the Ganga and sing while rowing. He was exposed to Hindu spirituality and nationalism there. This broadened his outlook. In addition, he changed his outward appearance with beard and wore a turban due to his admiration of Sikhs. He returned to Ettayapuram during 1901 and started as the court poet of Raja of Ettayapuram for a couple of years. As he was not satisfied with the job, he left it. He was a Tamil teacher from August to November 1904 in Chetupati High School in Madurai. The starting point, however, alike of the revolutionary fervor and his missionary zeal for social reform, was doubtless his meeting with Sister Nivedita. In 1906, on his journey back home, after attending the All India Congress session held in Benares, he met Sister Nivedita. Bharati writes about this meeting. Without words, in a split second, taught me the nature of true service to the motherland and the greatness of sacrifice. She helped to recognize the privileges of women and the emancipation of women exercised in mind. His career as a journalist, I want to make it very brief because it is available everywhere to know about the life history of Bharati. Only I am giving a very brief life sketch of the Mahatma. Bharati joined as assistant editor of the Swadeshi Mitran, a Tamil daily in 1904. By April 1906, he started editing the Tamil weekly India and the English newspaper Bala Bharatam. Bharati started to publish his poems regularly in his editions. As an electrifying political journalist, he was also the uncompromising critic of the alien bureaucracy. In 1908, the proprietor of the journal India was arrested in Madras, at present as Chennai. Faced with the prospect of arrest, Bharati escaped to Pondicherry, which was under French rule. From there, he edited and published the weekly journal India Vijaya, a Tamil daily, Bala Bharatam, an English monthly, and Suryodayam, a local weekly in Pondicherry, the present Puducherry. His Puducherry life is the turning point of making a Mahakavi from ordinary poet Subaya of Ettayapuram. He stayed in Pondicherry for nearly 10 years, that is from 1908 to 1918. These 10 years is very important in his life. During his exile in April 1910, Sri Aurobindo, poet, patriot, and yogi, landed in Puducherry. Same year, another patriot, writer, revolutionary, freedom fighter, VVS Iyer, that is Vavesu Iyer, the expansion is V. Venkata Subramania Iyer, also arrived at Puducherry as a political exile. The close association with Aurobindo and VVS Iyer and the discussions held within them frequently helped Bharati found his vision directed to new horizons of philosophy, religion, literature, and Vedic studies were now as important as politics. Bharati assisted Aurobindo in the Arya Journal and later Karma Yogi in Pondicherry. This was also the period when he started learning Vedic literature. He also translated Vedic hymns, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and Bhagavad Gita to Tamil. One interesting thing to note in the translation of Bhagavad Gita in Tamil, as a Mahakavi, he could have translated the Bhagavad Gita slokas, the whole, in the poetic form, but he didn't do that. Wherever the poetic form is suitable, he has translated in poetry, and where he wants to give it in prose order, he is doing it in prose. That is a special thing, a special feature, the translation of Gita. Now, Bharati entered the richest period of his scholarly and creative writing. It happens in Puducherry. Three of his greatest works, namely Uyil Pattu, Panchali Sabadam, and Kannan Pattu, were composed during 1912 when he was in Puducherry. Bharati entered India near Kadalur in November 1918. It is in the border of Tamil Nadu, that is the then British rule. Then under British rule. When he entered, he was imprisoned in the central prison in Kadalur in custody for 3 weeks from 20 November to 14th December and was released after the intervention of Annie Besant and C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer. He was stricken by poverty during this period. Now and then he was stricken by poverty. It is also a characteristic of his life, resulting in his ill health. The following year, 1919, Bharati met Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. It lasted only for a few minutes, but both of them identified each other. That is, the Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi will become a Mahatma. It is the assumption of, or the foreseeing of Mahakavi, and with one glimpses of his entry of the room where Gandhi was talking with others, after Bharati leaving that room, immediately he asked the leaders around him. Bapuji asked this question: is there anybody to take care of this gem of this person? Within a very few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, that meeting the file. With that, he realized that M.K. Gandhi is going to be a Mahatma, and Mahatma realizes that he will become a Mahakavi. He is a very, very important person for India. He delivered his last speech at Karangalpalayam Library in Erode, which was about the topic, Man is Immortal. This is very important. His last speech was on Man is Immortal. Bharati breathed his last on 11 September 1921 at around 1 a.m. The last years of his life were spent in a house in Triplicane, Chennai. The house was bought and renovated by the government of Tamil Nadu in 1993 and named Bharati Illam, home of Bharati. In glorious memory of Bharati, the government of India in 1989 instituted a highest national Subramaniam Bharati Puraskar, conferred along with Ministry of Human Resource Development annually confers on writers of outstanding works in Hindi literature, and so far 50 writers are conferred with that award. Next, I will move to the topic, the miraculous Seven. Then I will come to what for he is Mahatma. Before that, I want to talk about the miraculous Seven. It seems it is not necessary for me to give in detail, as our Honorable Mr. Secretary has well explained about the Seven. Even then, as a musician, I am doing my job. What is miraculous Seven? In our tradition, supreme importance is given to music. This title is derived by me from the immortal lines of the Mahakavi's Kuyil Paattu, the Cuckoo's song. Some translators of Bharati translate this Kuyil as Nightingale of India. So it may be a Nightingale song or Cuckoo song, whatever it is the Bharati's one of the greatest composition, Kuyil Paattu. The seven denotes the seven musical notes, which is called Yerisai in Tamil, means Sabda Swaras. Sabda means Yeri in Tamil. The miracle aspect of the seven Swaras and the five derivative notes that make the 12 Sarasthanas is common in music throughout the world, irrespective of land, race, culture, religion, language, and everything else. It goes without saying that music is a universal language. In almost all religious thoughts, it is believed that music is a creation of God, or in other way it is related to God. Music is a gift of God to human beings on earth. In the Indian tradition, God is praised as Nada Brahman or Nada Swarupam, whereas in Tamil literary and religious tradition as well, God is an embodiment of Yerisai. It is embodiment of music. In the great Bhakti literature of Tamil called Devaram and Nalayana Divya Prabandham, music is the most charming embodiment of Lord Shiva and Vishnu. In one of his three great poetic works, namely Kuyil Paattu, Cuckoo's song, Bharati addresses to Lord Brahma and praises him for his beautiful creations on earth, especially for music. First, I will go to the original text of Mahakavi, the part of his song, and then I will give the translation in English. Excuse me. He addresses Brahma as very, what you can say, naughty or mischievous, because for his creation of music, for all his creations on earth, especially music. Holla Brahma. ஆனாலும் நின்றும் அதிசயங்கள் யாவினுமே தானாமுதம் படைத்த ஆட்சி மிக விந்தையடா. ஆனாலும் நின்றும் அதிசயங்கள் யாவினுமே காணாமுதம் படைத்த காட்சி மிக விந்தையடா. காட்டு நெடுவானம் கடலெல்லாம் விந்தையனில் பாட்டினை போல் ஆச்சரியம் பாரின் இசை இல்லையடா. காட்டு நெடுவானம் கடலெல்லாம் விந்தையனில் பாட்டினை போல் ஆச்சரியம் பாரின் இசை இல்லையடா. ஓசை தரும் இன்பம் உமையிலா இன்பம் அன்றோ. ஓசை தரும் இன்பம் உவமையிலா இன்பம் அன்றோ. நாதங்கள் சேரு நயத்தினுக்கு நேரா. Here he makes a powerful comparison with each and every aspect of the creation of Brahma to music. Now I'm going to the translation. The translations here I have adopted from the publication, Sahitya Academy publication. The first publication with the translation of when learned scholar Premananda Kumar has done the translation, and the recent volume in which you can get the whole complete poetic work and the prose work of Mahakavi Bharati in English. A group of great translators, scholars have translated it into English, the whole Bharati. Now I come to this part. Thou mischievous Brahma, yet of all thy creations, the most wonderful is indeed the manna of music. Yet of all thy creations, the most wonderful is indeed the manna of music. If the woods, the high sky and the vast sea can be called wonders, then on the earth there is no greater wonder than soul-stirring songs. The blending of elements may be a wonder, but can there be a match to the sweet music in which notes meet? But can there be a match to the music sweet in which notes meet? Of all lovely wonders until, is there a wonder that can match the pleasure dulcet sounds give? Here, I would like to quote from the great poet John Dryden's A Song for Saint Cecilia's Day, a full-throated tribute to music. We can find some similarities with both these great poets. I remember this John Dryden's belonged to 17th, 18th century, must be. From harmony, from heavenly harmony, the universal frame began. From harmony, from heavenly harmony, the universal frame began. The trumpet shall be heard on high, the dead shall live, the living die, and music shall untune the sky. The trumpet shall be heard on high, the dead shall live, the living die, and music shall untune the sky. This is John Dryden. So, the miraculous of music I derived from these words. He says one is Adbudam, one is Acharyam, one is that wonder, that is here Vindai in Tamil. So from all these things I derive this miraculous idea about the soul. Then I continue the song, the Kuyil Paattu, how he develops his idea, music is the highest creation on earth. Kannikuyilendru kavidatte paadiyador. In Tamil, kuyil means cuckoo. Kannikuyilendru kavidatte paadiyador. இன்னிசை பாட்டினிலே யானும் பரவசமாய் மனித உரு நீங்கி குயில் உருவம் வாராதோ. கன்னிக்குயிலன்று காவிடத்தே பாடியதோர் இன்னிசை பாட்டினிலே யானும் பரவசமாய் மனித உரு நீங்கி குயில் உருவம் வாராதோ. நாதக்கனலினிலே நம்முயிரை போக்கோமோ, நாதக்கனலினிலே நம்முயிரை போக்கோமோ என்று பல எண்ணிய கமுறப் பாடிற்றால் அன்று நான் கேட்டது அமரதாம் கேட்பாரோ. நாதக்கனலினிலே நம் உயிரை போக்கோமோ என்று பல எண்ணிய கபுறப்பாடிற்றால் அன்று நான் கேட்டது அமரதான். The translation now comes. Listening to the song of the cuckoo in the enchanting garden, I thought, cannot my body become a cuckoo? That is, Bharati thinks like this. Cannot my body become a cuckoo? At once I would join the cuckoo maid and live happily ever after. Cannot my body become a cuckoo? At once I would join the cuckoo maid and live happily ever after. Oh, let my life be burst in the cuckoo's song, for the gods themselves would have never heard such music that I was vouchsafed that day. I would like to repeat this emphasis how he loves that music. Oh, let my life be burst in the cuckoo's song, for the gods themselves would have never heard such music that I was vouchsafed that day. The song continues. Now, the cuckoo sings many lines. It is heard by the poet. And then he says, I know very well the language of these cuckoos and birds. So I am translating their language to you in our Tamil language. Then he gives the parts. I have given the translation also here and there. Now the cuckoo sings, starting with these words. காதல் 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 போயின் காதல் போயின் சாதல் 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 காதல் 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 போயின் சாதல் சாதல் சாதல். Love, 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 if love goes death, death, death. Love, 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 if love goes death, death, death. The cuckoo continues to sing the following lines, defining the basic components of any kind of music. These lines shows how passionate our Mahakavi towards music. நாதம் 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 நாதத்தேயோர் நலிவுண்டாயின் சேதம் 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 நாதம் 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 நாதத்தேவோர் நலிவுண்டாயின் சேதம் சேதம் சேதம். Harmony, harmony, harmony. Please bear with me. I am continuing the translation also in the same tune as I am singing Tamil song. Harmony, harmony, harmony. If there is a flaw in harmony, kakaponi, kakaponi, kakaponi. Harmony, harmony, harmony. If there is a flaw in harmony, kakaponi, kakaponi, kakaponi. தாளம் 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 தாளத்திற்கோர் தடை உண்டாயின் கூளம் கூளம் கூளம். தாளம் 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 தாளத்திற்கோர் தடை உண்டாயின் கூளம் கூளம் கூளம். Talam means rhythm or beating. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. If there is an obstruction in rhythm, rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. If there is an obstruction, rhythm will become rubbish. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. If there is an obstruction in rhythm, rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. The kulam means rubbish, talam means rhythm here. The kuil continues. Panne, 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 pannirke or padundayin, manne, manne, manne. Panne, 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 pannirke or padundayin, Manne, manne, manne. Pand is actually it is a scale. In the translation, they are given melody. Pand is raga. In Tamil, the raga is called pand. In English, you can say it's mode or scale. Melody, melody, melody. If there is a defect in melody, mud, 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 melody becomes mud. If there is a defect in melody, mud, mud, mud. The poet describes the Anagatanada. Then another part I'm taking from this thing, how he is lovable, how he is full of feelings for music, how he enjoys the music in each and everything around him, in the nature. Through this, his enjoyment, as we have the musicology in the Indian music, it starts the word nada. From the nada, it is divided into two, that is Anahatanadam and Ahatanadam. Ahatanadam and Anahatanadam. This is the first lesson of the musicology here in the Carnatic music. The poet describes Kuyil Paattu with these lines. Gaanapparavai kalakalanu bosayilum காற்று மரங்களிடை காட்டும் இசைகளிலும் கானப்பறவை கலகலனு போசையிலும் காற்று மரங்களிடை காட்டும் இசைகளிலும் ஆற்று நீர் ஓசை அருவி ஒலியினிலும் நீலப் பெருங்கடல் எம் நேரமுமே தான் இசை ஓலத்திடையே உதிக்கும் இசையினிலும். Here I come to the translation. In the chirpings of songbirds, in the whistling of air passing through woods, in the bubbling of brooks, in the roaring of cataracts, in the never-ceasing music of the loud lamentation of the vast blue sea, in the sweet soul-stirring. He says the music is created by these natural elements and beings living there. Then he moves to the Anahatanadam, but he never mentioned that I am talking about this music theory or anywhere else. But we could understand that very simply he has done this thing. He introduces both Anahatanadam and Ahatanadam in this part. He describes the variety of Ahatanadam in the following lines, that is, created music by human beings. மானுடப் பெண்கள் வளரும் ஒரு காதலினால், மானுடப் பெண்கள் வளரும் ஒரு காதலினால், ஊனுருகப் பாடுவதில் ஊரிடும் தேன்பாரிலும், ஏற்ற நீர்ப்பாட்டின் இசையினிலும் நெல்லிடிக்கும் கோற்றுடியார் குக்குவென கொஞ்சம் ஒலியினிலும், சுண்ணமிடிப்பாதம் சுவை மிகுந்த பண்களிலும், பண்ணை மடவார் பழகு பல பாட்டினிலும், சுண்ணம் இடிப்பாதம் சுவை மிகுந்த பண்களிலும், பண்ணை மடவார் பழகு பல பாட்டினிலும், வட்டமிட்டு பெண்கள் பழைக்கரங்கள் தாமொலிக்க கொட்டி இசைத்திடுமோர் கூட்டமுத பாட்டினிலும், வேயின் குழலோடு வீணை முதலா மனிதர், வேயின் குழலோடு வீணை முதலா மனிதர், வாயினிலும் கையாலும் வாசிக்கும் பல்கருவி, நாட்டினிலும் காட்டினிலும் நாடெல்லாம் நன்றொடிக்கும் பாட்டினிலும் நெஞ்சை பறிகொடுத்தேன் பாவியே. Through this line, how the human beings created music from nature and he gave the explanation of the songs sung by the people in the working places, such as farms and other things, when they are doing work at home. After that, he started how the folk form is created by people here in the beginning of the creation. After that, he come to this line. He says how the classical music was developed from the tribal music to folk music and from folk music to this thing. So we say this is Ahada Nadam in this present day music. Then he wants the Parashakti to save this human beings with his power of singing or with his power of poetry in this song. Kaninilam vendum Parashakti Kaninilam vendum. I'm not giving the whole song here, only a very few lines. As according to our time limit, we have to say so many things I want to do. So I'm taking only one or two lines everywhere. Kaninilam vendum Parashakti Kaninilam vendum Paattu thirathale yuvayathai paalitida venum. This is the important request made by Bharati, that is Paattu thirathale yuvayathai paalitida venum. Parashakti, grant me a land, just a measure of land. Let the world be blessed with plenty, with the power of my poetry, with the power of my song. That is his request to Parashakti goddess. Then I would like to introduce Bharati as a revolutionist. Hailing from an Orthodox Tamil Brahmin family, Bharati also fought against the caste system in Hindu society. Being a social reformer, he considered all living beings as equal. He performed the Upanayanam for one young Dalit youth called Kanakalingam in Pondicherry and declared him a Brahmin thereafter. He requested him to say himself to everyone. He say, I have met Brahmin by Bharati and I have this Yagnapavitam on my body. He openly criticized the preachers for mixing their individual thoughts, while he also wanted to abolish starvation. He sang in one song, that is Bharata Samudayam Bhagave. This one stanza from that song I am giving. இனி ஒரு விதி செய்வோம் அதை அந்த நாளும் காப்போம். இனி ஒரு விதி செய்வோம் அதை அந்த நாளும் காப்போம். தனி ஒருவனை குணவில்லை எனில் ஜகத்தினை அழித்திடுவோம். தனி ஒருவனை குணவில்லை எனில் ஜகத்தினை அழித்திடுவோம். வாழ்க பாரத சமுதாயம் வாழ்கவே. ஜய 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 பாரத சமுதாயம் வாழ்கவே. This means we will make a new law and abide by it ever. If one single man suffers from starvation, we will destroy the entire world. If one single man suffers from starvation, we will destroy the entire world. That he says, தனி ஒருவனை குணவில்லை எனில் ஜகத்தினை அழித்திடுவோம். Such songs were sung by Bharati himself in the Marina Beach of Chennai, the famous Marina Beach, with a large number of people, crowd gathering there. So everyone repeats his song. It was such a simple day. The another one, very important poetic line I want to mention here. Even though he has strong opinions about gods, he was a great worshipper of Shakti and Lord Krishna. He is also against false stories spread in epics and other part of social fabric in Tamil Nadu. His poem addressing Yama, the god of death, is a fine example. Excuse me. காலாவுனை சிறு புல்லென மதிக்கிறேன், எந்த காலருகே வாடா சற்றே உனை விதிக்கிறேன். காலாவுனை சிறு புல்லென மதிக்கிறேன், எந்த காலருகே வாடா சற்றே உனை விதிக்கிறேன். அடகாலா உனை சிறு புல்லென மதிக்கிறேன், 4000 காலம் விட்டகள் உன்னை விதிக்கிறேன். ஹரிநாராயணனாக நின் முன்னே உதிக்கிறேன், ஹரிநாராயணனாக நின் முன்னே உதிக்கிறேன். அடகாலா அடகாலா உனை சிறு புல்லென மதிக்கிறேன். The translation goes like this. He addresses Yama, Kala. Death, I spurn you as a piece of wheat. Death, I spurn you as a piece of wheat. Come here, let me crush you. Come here, let me crush you. 40,000 miles away, 40,000 miles away, I order you. I confront you as Hari himself. Death, I spurn you. Here, you could find a similar thought in the poem Death Be Not Proud, written by John Donne, the great, one of the great metaphysical poets of English literature. Bharatiya Mahakavi. What for? This is another part of my Mahakavi Bharati. What for Mahakavi? The scholarly writer, an expert of comparative literature and an exponent of Bharati, Dr. S. Ramakrishnan, says the poetry of Dryden, Pope, and all their school is conceived and composed in their wits, but genuine poetry is conceived and composed in the soul. The soul of Bharati was so full of nationalism, universalism, lovely imagery, and commitment to the common people. His compositions were philosophical, anti-imperialist, revolutionist, profoundly folk-turned, and lending itself to mass singing and emotion stirring. The first Indian poet who sang on the October Socialist Revolution, that is Russian Revolution, he started the song like this. Aha! Yana எழுந்தது ஒரு யுக புரட்சி. Bharati says like that. He hails the Russian Revolution. The first composer who poetized with power on Indian independence and its radical humanist implications. The first Tamil creative songster who wove into poetry the village women's feelings, blending legends, traditions, and people's hunger, liberating music from the sophisticated drills of classical, celestial, aristocratic art, and making Bharat march in the streets singing in chorus. That first was Subramanya Bharati, human, earthy, and revolutionary, capable of being rendered in bewitching folk music style in Bharati. This is the theory of Dr. Ramakrishnan on Bharati. I would like to quote from Justice V.R. Krishnaiyer that about Ramakrishnan. Dr. Ramakrishnan traveled around the socialist countries and other lands and authoritatively explained Bharati, his vision, mission, popular orientation, and universalized humanism. Bharati and B.V.S. Iyer, close friends. The both are the pioneer of so many literary forms in Tamil. He was the first short story writer in Tamil, Bharati. He was the first cartoonist of the in journals. B.V.S. Iyer also, similarly, he presented the first this thing. At the same time, he also presented one short story. Both were intellectuals, interested in Indian culture, religion, literature, and arts. Iyer was fascinated by Bharati's writing. He wrote an introduction to the second edition of Bharati's Kannan Pattu, in which he appreciates Bharati's poetry as gems, each word worth a lakh. Akshara Laksham. Akshara Laksham. It is about Bhakavi by V.V.S. Iyer. It is very appropriate to quote from his ardent follower of modern Tamil poetry, who changed his name as Bharati Dasan for his great respect and deep love to Bharati. His poetry, I have taken a very few lines from his Mahakavi poetry. Bharati is a world poet endowed with love at heart and light of wisdom, vast and lofty. Bharati is a world poet endowed with love at heart and light of wisdom, vast and lofty, of narrow confines of land or locality. He never had thoughts, and brave was he. Thought arising from within, those that words misery is free and ideas new. To the glorious world expounds them at Bharati with truth, beauty, and clarity. Bharati Dasan declares here, if unaware of the world is of Bharati's verses beauty and grace, the faulty is the words. The fault is the words of Bharati. If unaware of the world is of Bharati's verses beauty and grace, the fault is the words. In his autobiographic poems, Bharati Dasan praises Bharati such as sterile methods and styles old I had exhausted by them. Sterile methods and styles old I had exhausted by them. When Bharati upon the scene did come in fine, showing styles new and methods fresh for my poetry. When Bharati upon the scene did come in fine, showing styles new and methods fresh for my poetry. Another great leader and the first Governor General of independent India, Sri Rajagopalachari, Rajaji, known as Rajaji, referred to Bharati, irrevocable and unmeasured sacrifices for his country and his people, and added that since going to Pondicherry, he had been devoting himself entirely to national reform through Tamil poetry, wherein he had succeeded in combining simplicity of diction and the use of the living and spoken tongue with the beauty, purity, and purposefulness of the early classics. The Nightingale of India, as she was called, Sarojini Naidu said in 1947, it was Bharati who kindled the souls of men and women by the million to a more passionate love of freedom and a richer dedication to the service of the country. Dr. Prema Nandakumar, a woman of letters, says Bharati was a singer with many voices. There was a secular poet of patriotism. There was the devotional poet. There was the epic poet. There was the dramatic poet. There was the spiritual explorer. And there was the pure poet of simple joys and familiar things. The pure poet, I remember in the opening session, our Honorable Member Secretary mentioned that Bharati as a pure poet. I recall it. But next only to his patriotic poetry, it is for his devotional poems that Bharati is universally celebrated. Bharati's poetry expressed a progressive, reformist ideal. His imagery and the vigor of his words were a forerunner to modern Tamil poetry in different aspects. He was the forerunner of a forceful kind of poetry that combined classical and contemporary elements. He had a prodigious output, penning thousands of verses on diverse topics like Indian nationalism, love songs, children's songs, songs of nature, glory of the Tamil language, and rose to prominent freedom fighters of India like Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Gandhiji, and Lala Lajpat Rai, Guru Govind Singh. He even penned and wrote to New Russia and Belgium. His poetry not only improves works on Hindu deities like Shakti, Kali, Vinayagar, Murugan, Sivan, Kannan, but also on the other religious gods like Allah and Jesus. His insightful similes have been read by millions of Tamil readers. He was well versed in various languages and translated speeches of Indian national reform leaders like Aurobindo, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Swami Vivekananda. Now, before concluding, I want to come to the richness of his compositions as a music composer. For most of his patriotic songs and other devotional songs, he has put the tune. He has named the raga in which it should be sung, or the tune he has met what we call as Varnamettu. He has adopted so many Varnamettus from Nandamar Charitra Kirtane, his predecessor Gopalakrishna Bharati, who was revived the Sindhu forms of Tamil folk singing. And then I want to say that I want to give some examples for this. Very short, briefly, I can say, Bharati, without Bharati's song, even for the past 50 years, no musician can complete his concert on the stage. If it is a Carnatic music performance, there will be at least one Bharati song before concluding this thing. And then, this is one. It was a prestigious thing for the music composers of theatre personalities, the music composers in the field of cinema, theatre, and other, this Bharatanatyam, like other performing arts. It is a fashion that include in every program a song of Bharati. As a musician for the past 50 years, I could not find any other person's composition has this much of music composed by various music directors or the various music vidwans. His songs was by singing his songs, the people become more popular, the musicians. I can mention Madurai Mani Iyer, the legends of the last century, Dr. D.K. Pattammal, Dr. M.S. Subrashmi, Dr. M.L. Vasantha Kumari, Dr. Aryapudi Ramanujayengar, G.N. Balasubramanian, and so on. These every people, they tuned, they composed their own, they applied their own music on his song, which they are satisfied with. The thing is, I myself as a composer also, I feel that any raga suits to the words, the lyric of Bharati is an amazing thing. We have to identify. So I go for only one or two songs. I cannot go more than this. There is a popular song on in the Kannam song. We can see that Kakai Chiragile Nandalala XSB. This song, Kakai Chiragile Nandalala, I will go for only 2-3 lines. Two music directors in the film has composed this in various tunes, their own tunes, but it is very appealing. Both are masterpieces of this thing. Well, first I will go for that. This is the one film in Tamil film. It was sung by the famous Sulamangalam Rajalakshmi, one of the Sulamangalam sisters. It is, the tune goes like this. Kakai Chiraginile Nandalala, Kakai Chiraginile Nandalala, Nindan Karyaniram Tondrudaye Nandalala, Kakai Chiraginile Nandalala, Parkum Marangalilla Nandalala, Parkum Marangalilla Nandalala, Nindan Pachai Niram Tondrudaye Nandalala, Kakai Chiraginile Nandalala. Later, after a gap within 15 years of gap, another music director composed the same song in another situation. காக்கை சிறகினிலே நந்தலாலா உந்தன் கரிய நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலாலா. காக்கை சிறகினிலே நந்தலாலா உந்தன் கரிய நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலாலா. Like this. In the classical music, in the Carnatic music, one cannot escape without singing this. Within another one song, I will complete, no problem. I will conclude within another one song. I will go to the Carnatic style of this song. காக்கை சிறகினிலே நந்தலாலா நிந்தன் கரிய நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலாலா. காக்கை சிறகினிலே நந்தலாலா நிந்தன் கரிய நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலாலா. பார்க்கும் மரங்கள் எல்லாம் நந்தலால நிந்தன் பச்சை நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலால. பச்சை நிறம் தோன்றுதையே நந்தலால. காக்கை சிறகினிலே நந்தலாலா நந்தலாலா நந்தலாலா. It can be developed for more than 15 minutes. The same song within 8 lines only. The meaning goes, whatever I see, whatever I touch, whatever I feel, in everywhere it is Nandalal, that is Lord Krishna. The very simple meaning is not necessary for this song. Even a very lame man can understand the meaning of this thing. Another one, Papa Patta, I will conclude. Please, I am not going extended. It is the inspiration of Bharati. We cannot leave him very easily within our time limit. That is another problem with Bharati's music. That is, I want to say this thing. Odi vilayadu ஓடி விளையாடு பாப்பா, நீ ஓய்ந்திருக்கலாகாது பாப்பா. ஓடி விளையாடு பாப்பா, நீ ஓய்ந்திருக்கலாகாது பாப்பா. ஓடி விளையாடு பாப்பா. This is a very big song. It was mentioned by our regional director also in his welcome address. So, this is a film song. It is about the Babu Chidambaram Pillai's film on Babu Chidambaram. Babu Chidambaram Pillai. It's a very popular song, but it was composed by another music export director, M.D. Srinivasan, for Government of India's community singing program. So this is the tune by M.D. ஓடி விளையாடு பாப்பா, நீ ஓய்ந்திருக்கலாகாது பாப்பா. கூடி விளையாடு பாப்பா, ஒரு குழந்தையை வையாதே பாப்பா. ஓடி விளையாடு, கூடி விளையாடு, ஓடி விளையாடு பாப்பா, நீ ஓய்ந்திருக்கலாகாது பாப்பா. So thank you for all the viewers for listening to my lecture very patiently. Now it is over to Professor Ramesh. To the best of my knowledge, some few area of his poetry, maybe patriotic songs or maybe selected songs are translated in various languages. In Hindi also there may be some translations. It is, I am not very sure about it. But the first time the Sahitya Academy in it is in 1991, I think, they brought the first selection of works, the selection of poems of Bharati by this as a project she did. That is one scholarly person, Prema Nandakumar. It was published. The second edition also have come by the. There are 2 editions. So far, in this, some 90 poems are translated by Prema Nandakumar. And then recently, 2 years back, the project went for nearly, to the best of my knowledge, it went for 5 to 7 years. The scholars like Professor Mardanayagan, Professor Siddhi Balasubramaniam, Professor K. Chellappan and others have translated, group of scholars have translated the entire poems of Bharati, poetry work. It is a very big volume, the Sahitya Academy has brought it. So about other language, I heard in my boyhood that even in Russian language it is translated, in French it is translated. There is a lot of chance to the translations may be available in French. Hindi also very few I have heard, but I'm not sure about it. But another thing, another point you asked, it was published actually, the Kannanpattu and other things were published by in Bharati's time itself, a very few. Maybe 1/3 of his publications must have come in his period because he was starving. He was in a great suffering. That is why, as T.S. Eliot says, suffering brings knowledge. That is why he got all wisdom, it seems, Bharati. He is a prodigy. It seems he never learnt from any guru. It is not in his biography, it is not there. Even in his autobiography, he has written the poetic form. And here and there in his essays also, he registered so many things. But nowhere it is found he learned the music from so and so. His essays on music is very special. His criticisms are very valuable, in his time. Because he himself says he got the music from the nature. And then the living of, actually he hails from a Brahmin, Orthodox Brahmin family. Those days all the grandmothers can sing so much of songs. He was in the situation where the music prevails at home. There is no teacher, to the best of my knowledge. Muthuswami Dikshidhar, that is must be. Actually, he has written poems of his contemporary scholars in various fields, like Ube Swaminathan for his contribution for Tamil literature. Like that, he has given one song on Subbrama Dikshidhar, who is a very big Sahitya Katha, that is Vagayakara. He has written a song on Subbrama Dikshidhar. He also hails from the same Yatayapuram. They must have some connection, it seems, but there is no written document I have seen so far. There is a song on Subbrama Dikshidhar, who has composed his Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradashni, his creation on a lot of kritis and theory on music, is very famous. He has written on that. That is the thing where this is available information with me. From Prachina Sangeeta, he was against Prachina Sangeeta. It means that, yeah. No, it is not like that. No, the Bharati is the embodiment of music, all sort of music. Yeah, because I can see up to 11, 12 years, even after his marriage with Chellamma, he used to wander in the farms and the other gardens of his village. He used to enjoy the folk singing, the folk singers, those who are working on the fields and all, So he got that. That he has written in the Kuil Patu, that experience only what I feel. But he was never against it. One should go on. Sangeeta Vishayam title for his essays. There are 3 essays on Sangeeta Vishayam. The person who asked me, read that, whether it is in a translation, I do not know. It is available in this thing. How he criticized. He is against the Parsi notes, against entering Parsi notes in our classical music. When he talks about classical music, he is the champion of classical music, classical Carnatic music. When he talks about the folk music, when he is talking about the this tribal music, or when he is talking about the Vagabond music, he is the champion of this. He has mastery over each and every from nature music to all kind of human music relating to his own land. That much I can say. He cannot hate any sort of music, you know. It is not, I cannot say like that. In our Pondicherry, the Memorial Museum of Bharati is also a research center. It is also a research center. They have kept a lot of his manuscripts and other things and photos, important events, what are the documents available, are kept very safe, and it is visible also. So much of visitors are coming there. But there is another this thing, because he was only for 10 years in Puducherry under exile, that too. So much of people were feared, afraid of keeping friendship even with him, to talk to him even, because after 1912, the British government and the French government, they gave pressure to French government also. When the British government and the French government became friendly after the World War, they have given pressure to send out to Bharati. That is why he left this thing. That we can say. And they are good. They're good. We have to say it is in our place in Puducherry. We are proud of that memorial. Any researcher can come and they will help. For anything they will help. So much of researchers are coming and doing. All Bharati researchers has acknowledged the participation of this, the value of our memorial. That can I say. Please let me to conclude with one song, only 4 lines. That what a citizen of India is a sample. Is the best sample to be a citizen of India, like a country, India, as in unity in diversity. He says, must be first you must be a lover of your own native land, but at the same time you must be lover of your nation more than 1,000 times. So it reflects, this song reflects, all the music programs are concluded like this. This is a Sambradaya, so this is the tradition I have to do it. So I will conclude with this song. வாழிய செந்தமிழ் வாழன தமிழர் வாழிய பாரத மணி திருநாடு இன்றமை வருத்தும் இன்னல்கள் மாய்க நன்மை வைந்தெய்துக தீதெல்லாம் நலிக அறம் வளர்ந்திடுக மரம் அடி உருக வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம். I would like to mention only one thing. He talks in this song about the pandemic situation. That is, இன்றமை வருத்தும் இன்னல்கள் மாய்க நன்மை வந்தெய்துக தீதெல்லாம் நலிக வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம். Thank you, one and all viewers, and thank you very much.
Good evening once again. It's a really informative program indeed, I feel. Really, it's not one day enough to talk about Mahakavi Bharati, his contribution. And we cannot bring him in a small box. He has a vast knowledge. He is a wisdom. He is a symbol of wisdom. Sir, you have asked a few questions. I would like to add some information, particularly the Kandan Patu, Kuyil Patu. These are the books available in English, even is available online. And so many books, if you search it, is available in a PDF format as well. So I would like to inform all the participants or viewers, please search to find out his contribution. And also, Dr. Gausa, you have mentioned that Pondicherry, Government of Pondicherry, we have Bharati, Mahakavi Bharati's Research Center. Actually, Art and Culture Department from Pondicherry, they are also taking care to digitalize his books. Even they have approached our regional center to support, digitalize those books. We are taking steps towards on that, sir. Then Arimalam Padmanabhan sir's speech, he has mentioned about Mahakari Bharati's poem, is freedom thirsty, and he has referred many research scholars' points as well. It is really wonderful. It was golden opportunity of having a presence of eminent luminaries of the faculty being participated to view the torch of the knowledge of the webinar program. Our deep thanks to Dr. Arimalam Padmanabhan sir. It is such a wonderful lecture and mesmerizing demonstration. I thank all the knowledge minds and hearts of the scholars and research fellows. Thank you once again. Furthermore, our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Member Secretary, Director, Deputy Secretary, and Nodal Officer, and Public Division of Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, especially our moderator, Professor Ramesh Gaurji. It is a really wonderful opportunity to regional center as well. I think this session is really marvelous. Thanks to our Pondicherry Regional Center's staff members as well for their wonderful support. Without their support, it's not possible at all. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again to all the viewers.